Suji, let's start this way. Are we in trouble?
Very great way to start. Trouble is relative. Trouble is relative. So at the end of my show, I gave an analogy this morning, and,
Right.
and I said it would be the basis of what we go through on the show today. So let's briefly imagine that the country Nigeria is a business. So
Okay.
let's just, for the purpose of this, let's call it Nigeria Holdings Nigeria Limited.
Okay.
Right. So Nigeria has a CEO,
Mm-hmm.
the chief executive officer, which is the executive of the country, which is doing the fiscal policy of the country. I'll explain what fiscal policy is in a bit.
Right.
Then we have the CFO, who is the CBN, basically organizing monetary policy.
Okay.
But in every organization, the CEO and the CFO work together. CFO is very important. That's the chief finance officer.
Right.
But no matter how important the CFO is, the CEO is the person who directs the country, the company, sets targets in terms of sales,
Right.
revenue, and
Right.
everything. The CFO just manages what the CEO brings, right? Now, in terms of when a company goes into crisis, it's one of two things you do when you go into crisis. You either increase revenue
Right.
or you shrink your expenses to meet what you have in your hand.
Okay.
What we've done in Nigeria is that over the number of years, and this is not particularly this government, I'm talking about several governments, is
Right.
that the CEO has continuously focused on making the company staff happy as against managing the resources
At whatever cost.
exactly. So it's a case of, you guys need a coffee machine, you get a
Take.
coffee machine. You guys need a staff boss,
Yeah, take.
take staff boss.
How does borrowing money affect the pepper seller, the gari seller? I'm not talking about borrowing money by their landlord, though. I'm talking about federal government borrowing money. How does it affect ordinary people?
Okay, so ordinarily, we do not have enough money to do all the things we want to do. So it makes sense to borrow. But with the conditions that come with borrowing, for instance, so conditions like some of the borrowers will tell you devalue your currency. So, for instance, a concessionary lender might tell you devalue to 550 naira. And you are saying, no, we believe that if we just devalue to 390, we'll be fine. And the guy's like, no, 550. What do you do?
How would that affect the common man?
Of course.
would
Once dollar goes up, everything goes up. So
people will become poorer.
Of course, people become, and it plunges people straight into poverty because almost everything we have in the country is bought with dollars. And I'm talking about healthcare,
Yeah.
schools, transportation, PMS, everything basically. So it makes, and most people don't realize it. They say, it will not affect the common man. It's in fact, it touches them the most. When we went from 199 to 360, everybody's salary was by real value halved.
Oh.
So what you could effectively buy with your salary became by half. If you've not noticed it already, I'm surprised, because everybody should have noticed it. Because if you look, I tell people this analogy. I used to, before the devaluation to 360, I would go to the supermarket and I'll be going from aisle to aisle and thinking, what does this do? I'll
You
put it in
just
my
pick
basket.
whether
I'm
you
like,
need it or not.
What's this? By the time I get to the teller, don't laugh at me. I'll be paying like maybe 33K or something, and this is like shopping for the entire month. I'll be like 33K, and I'll be like, how? So
You should go back. You want to go back?
After the devaluation, I was avoiding aisles. I'll get there and the person will say 80-something thousand. I'll be like, what did I buy? So yeah, that is what it does in real terms, and people may not see it, but it creeps up on you because it doesn't go from 50 naira to 300 naira immediately.
Right.
It just shifts gradually. And because we don't go with the list we used to buy last month every day to the market, we don't see the increase. But there is a consistent increase.
Invariably,
Yeah.
us borrowing every now and again puts people more deeper and deeper into poverty.
Because, it's always important to put the caveat there.
Yeah.
If you don't use the money well. Because borrowed money should go directly into making the lives of the people better. Directly. So, for instance, the U.S. is the biggest debtor in the world.
True.
But you can't see it. If you go to the US, you will see it on the people. Do you get? You might not see it in their income, but you can see it in things like healthcare. You can see it in things like transportation, infrastructure, lights, water. You can see it in all those things. You must see it in the lives of the people.